Chapter 6. Switching Tracks. Transmutation. Transmutation is the process of changing one form of energy to another, specifically to elevate the vibration of the energy within our system. An example would be to transmute anger into creativity. If you transmute it into another form of energy, that is, creativity, then the energy is turned into something positive. So instead of feeling bad about having a moment of anger, transmute it. After all, it is energy, and that power can be directed to another purpose. The proper course is to transmute and refine all of the surplus energy that is generated in the system and use it in the development of all your faculties, talents, and powers. Do not throw away any of it through worry, anger, nervousness, licentiousness, dissipation, reckless living, haphazard thinking, or any other score of leaks. Live, act, and think in poise, and transmute all the energies of your system into creative energies, and then direct them into that part of the brain that you desire to develop. Transmutation is an art, a very high-level art, and not mastered in a day, but one can learn to transmute at least some of the forces in his being in the course of a few weeks, maybe even a few days. Exercise number 11. Transmutation of your whole personality. Begin by holding your entire system in a mental thought of refinement, and desire very strongly to establish a complete and permanent refining process throughout your personality. Live in this thought and desire constantly, and press it upon the subconscious mind, and go to sleep with this as a predominating purpose. You will soon feel the grossness departing from your physical sensations, and you will soon feel strong forces accumulating in the system. As soon as you can feel the refining process taking place among the different forces, try to draw all of those forces towards the higher or interior planes of vibrations. Remember, your entire physical body is permeated by a finer form and a finer group of chemical forces, and it is into this finer form that you must try to draw the forces that are being transmuted. If you have subjective consciousness, you can easily draw your forces into finer planes of vibration and at the same time direct them properly through concentration. We have just finished the exercise and are now returning to the text of the book. An excellent practice is to apply the law of transformation to every desire that you cannot fulfill through its present channel of expression. When such a desire is full, turn your attention to that part of the body or mind where the desire wants to be expressed, and permeate that part with a refining mental process. In a moment or two, turn the attention upon the finer form and the finer forces that permeate that part, and gently draw all the forces into the finer states. Almost at once, the desire will leave, and all that energy that would have gone to waste is changed, and you can feel it go through your system, accumulating and adding to your strength. You may leave it as an added power to your system, as stored up energy for future use, or you may direct it at once to those parts of the body or brain that you wish to develop. Before you begin to concentrate for brain development, always spend a few moments in transmuting all of the energies of your system into forces of higher vibrations. When you then begin to concentrate, you have an enormous amount of power at your command. Use it in poise and concentrate on the subjective state of consciousness, and you will have telling results every time. When you are on the verge of anger, transmute that energy that you're about to throw away. Do the same with worry, excitement, passion, and all other states of mind that use up precious energy to no purpose. You will thereby not only save and refine your forces, but you will remove your bad habits and traits. Through transmutation, all power can be made to develop and create. Therefore, by learning this process, we may command from 3 to 10 times as much power as we do now. Transmutation is produced by drawing all the finer forces of the system towards the subjective side of the personality. And the fact that subjective consciousness is necessary in that process gives another reason why the will should be trained to act directly upon the finer side of consciousness. In the beginning, simply concentrate on what you can conceive as the finer forces in your being, and you will soon have results. And with a little practice, the feeling of inner consciousness will come. After that time, you can transmute any force in your system anytime and direct it to any channel that you choose. Exercise 12. Transmutation of pain. To master pain and unpleasant sensations in the body, concentrate attention upon the subjective side of that part of the body where the pain is felt. If the pain is in the hand, do not concentrate on the physical hand. Refuse to even think of the physical hand, but turn the whole attention upon those finer elements and forces that permeate the physical hand. With the will, gently draw all the forces of the will into the vibrations of those finer forces, and the reaction will change all the vibrations of the physical hand. With this change of vibrations comes a corresponding change in condition and chemical action. Harmony will be restored, and the pain will be no more. The various unpleasant sensations that are frequently felt in the digestive organs can be entirely removed by almost instantly refining the vibrations in that part of the system. Remember, the vibrations in any part of the system will be refined when you concentrate attention upon the finer elements and forces that permeate that part. We have just finished the exercise and are now returning to the text of the book. When a person gets angry, he throws his thoughts out towards the object of his ill will and thereby loses his poise, gets excited, and all upset. If he would hold his thoughts in and direct his mindful forces inwardly when he's antagonized, he would not become angry at all. After a little practice, it will become almost second nature to turn your thoughts. What is true of anger is true of hatred and all kinds of ill feelings. You can utterly banish those things by refusing to throw your thoughts out and by training the will to act upon the inner states of consciousness only. Always concentrate upon the brain center first, and from that point, gradually draw attention to the outer surface. During concentration, the mind will be in a well-poised, serene state, but strongly determined to secure results. 15 or 20 minutes is long enough to practice at a time, and 2 or 3 times a day for regular exercises, although it is well to practice for a few minutes every hour when opportunity is at hand. Never concentrate for brain or mind development directly after a meal. The mind should be in an attitude of perfect faith during concentration. While concentrating, have superiority and worth constantly in mind, and train all the mental tendencies to move towards the higher and the greater. Never begin concentration until you have permeated the system with a refining process and draw all the forces into the system into finer states of vibration. Hold attention upon the inner subjective creative process and never think of the physical brain, but only on the metaphysical side. To improve the quality of mind in general, cultivate depth of thought, permit the creation of only ideal mental states, live in the upper story of consciousness. After a year or even a few months of such an endeavor, the improvement in the quality of your being will be truly remarkable. Your entire personality will present a new and worthier appearance, and a richness will be added to your life that you never had before.